Hi, welcome to my tutorial OWASP ZAP penetration testing and website hacking. Hi, myself Sagar Raghuvan and I am an Indian ethical hacker and penetration tester. In this series of lecture, we will be learning features of ZAP scanning proxy tool. It is daily used by pen testers. What is OWASP ZAP? The OWASP ZAP is an open source web application security scanner. It is intended to be used by both those new to application security as well as professional penetration testers. It is one of the most active open web application security projects and has been given flagship status. Main ZAP features: intercepting proxy, active and passive scanner, traditional and Ajax spiders, forced browsing, using OWASP Durbuster, fuzzing, using FuzzDB and OWASP Zebro Fuzz, cross-platform and build on Java requires 1.7. OWASP Top 10 Vulnerabilities 2021. Injection vulnerability, broken authentication, sensitive data exposure, broken access control, XML external entities, security misconfiguration, cross-site scripting, insecure serialization, using components with known vulnerabilities, insufficient logging and monitoring. And this is my topic, which I have covered in this tutorial. And finally, who is this course for? This course for is penetration tester, web developers, security analysts, bug bounty hunters, ethical hackers who want to learn how OWASP works. Anyone interested in learning about web application security. I hope you will enjoy this course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hi friends, today we are going to learn about ZAP installation on Kali Linux. Open your browser and go to this link www.zapproxy.org. Click on download ZAP and download Linux installer. Save this file. Once a file go to downloaded, you will find file inside the download folder. This one. Now this installing. Open your terminal and go to downloads. When you will download this file does not have executive permission. You have to give the executive permission. Type this command chmod o+x and file name. Now to check that the file successfully got us executive permission or not, again type ls and you will find this file name appear in green. That means it's got successfully provided will be executive permission. Now to install, type this command // and file name. To installing will get started. Now click on next. Click on finish. and our application has been successfully installed. Now you can close this terminal. Go to applications. You will find OWASP ZAP inside the web application analysis. Open that one. So our application has been successfully installed. Thanks for watching my tutorial. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will be learn how to update OWASP ZAP proxy tool in Kali Linux. Now, if you will be installed the latest version of Kali Linux, then OWASP ZAP proxy tool is by default installed on the system. What to get the latest features of this tool, you need to update it. Now updating ZAP proxy tool inside the Kali, it's been tricky. Now to let's follow the step what I am doing. Open your browser and again search for ZAP proxy org. You will find the ZAP, which is the first option. Click on that. Click on download ZAP. Now you can see the standard version is 2.8.0. Okay, you need to download the Linux package. Now previously we have downloaded the installer. Now we are downloading the Linux package, which is a zip file. Click on download. Save the file. I have already downloaded the file. I am skipping this file. We got downloaded inside the download. Click on places and open downloads. You will find the zip file inside the download. We simply need to extract this file. To extract it, right click on it and open with the archive manager. You will find the extract option here. Click on extract and I want to extract inside the download. Now simply click the extract. At one end it will do the about. Click on close. Close this tab and you can find the folder over here. Now open the computer. Inside the computer you will find the USR user folder, which is double click on that. Inside that folder you will find the folder name share. Again double click on that. Now you have to search for ZAP proxy. You will find the first folder, which contains around 30 items different on your version. Double click on that. Now what about to do? Go to downloads, go to the folder we have to extracted .zap 2.8.0. Select all this file and copy. Now you have to paste that file inside zap proxy folder. Open the folder. There is zap proxy folder. Inside the user share and the zap proxy. You need to select all the file and I will Control A and Control B. OK. Click on apply this action and click on the merge. Again apply this action all files and folders and replace. So once the files goes download, OK, paste the copied 212 files to zap proxy. Our work has been done. You can simply open the zap proxy from web application and you will find the OWASP ZAP proxy. OK. It will some time for the first time because it's executing the latest version. You need to wait here. As you can see, you got the 2.8.0 version of OWASP ZAP. You can also open it from terminal. Suppose if you do not find this app options inside the web application, then you can simply open the terminal and type zap proxy and simply hit enter. It will execute the application. You can simply minimize the terminal. If you will close it, then your application also got closed. So you need to minimize the terminal. So that's it. We have learned how we can update this ZAP application inside the Kali Linux. Hello friends, today we are going to learn about how to install ZAP proxy on Windows. The process is quite similar to every other process. Simply open your browser and search for ZAP proxy org. You will find the first link over here. We click on that. Click on download. Based on the type of operating system, you can download the installer file for Windows. To check whether your system is 64 or 32-bit, you can simply search for run it. Enter and type dxdiag and click on OK. Click on finish and you can find ZAP, find OWASP, OK, find under the OWASP ZAP, click on that. As you can see, our application has been successfully installed on Windows. Hello everyone. In this lecture, you will be overview of ZAP application. Moving on to our first option, that is file, and find you can find the option like new session. You can note a new session from here, or you can open the previously saved session. For using the persist session, you can save the current running session. Inside the edit, you will find ZAP mode. It's contain different types of mode like safe mode, protected mode, standard mode, attack mode. You can try it on different web application while you are testing it. Going on to view, you will find show tab option. You can add different type of tabs from here, which will appear here like you have the click on fuzzer tab. You can see the fuzzer tab has been added over here. If you want to view all the tabs, you can simply click on show all tabs and you will find all the tabs are listed here like Ajax Spider, Active Scan and so on. Going into the RIP analysis, you will find this scan policy manager. Here you click on the scan policy manager. You will find that is the default policy, but you can customize your policy. Scan policy, you can zap the different type of parameters like threshold, strength and quality of the vulnerability scanning. While are you conducting automated scan on web application, you can save the scan policy for using for it different web application. Moving on the report, you will find different options here like generate HTML report, generate XML report, markdown report, JSON report and much more options. Inside the tools, you will different type of tool like fuzz, agent, spider, active scan and encode and decode, hash and so on. If you look at here, you will find different type of tab views which you can set depending on which type of tab you preferred. Like this one is default on and this one. Now if you talk about the also marketplace, from where we can add the additional add-ons, thus like that ZAP also has marketplace from where you can add additional add-ons. If you click on this, you will find these three color option. It's click on that, you will find this pop-up will appear. You will find two tabs over here, that is installed and marketplace. Inside the installed, you will find the add-ons which are installed already on these applications. Inside the marketplace, you will find the add-ons which are available for you and you can add and install to your application. Like we have the equalizer over here. Simply click mark that and click on install. As you can see, our installation has been completed. Click on the install and you can find equalizer add-on successfully added. You can find this tab inside the View and the Show tab. That we have equalized tab has been added here. You click each tab is appear here. So this was the quick overview of the application. Hello everyone. In this lecture we will be setting a proxy to the ZAP application, and also we will see how we can add additional proxy to it. By default in the ZAP application, the localhost proxy has been set up. So all we need to do is to set up proxy in a browser. Open your browser. Go to Preference. Scroll down. You will find Network Proxy. Click on Setting. Click on Manual Proxy Configuration and set localhost proxy over here. And the port number 8080. Click on OK, and a proxy has been set up. You can see application is capturing the request. Now if you want to add additional proxy, then click on Tools, click on Options. Now from this list, find out local proxy. And you will find the option to add additional proxy over here. You can see by default the local proxy is set up with the local host, or you will find this IP over here. You can add additional proxies by clicking on Add button, and you can type proxy and the port number, or you can select options even here, and you can see additional proxy has been set up. If you want to delete this additional proxy, simply select this one and click on Remove, and you can edit additional proxy by following these steps. So this was it for this video. We have successfully configured our proxy with the ZAP application. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will be installing the trust certificate from the ZAP application to our browser, and further we will be looking at the interception option by which we can intercept the request from the browser. So to first get the trust certificate, click on the tools, go to options and look for dynamic SSL certificates. Click on the dynamic SSL certificates. Now click on generate. Click on yes and save the certificate. You can see our certificate successfully saved on the desktop. Click on OK. So now next thing, we will be installing certificate on a browser. Open your browser. So I have already opened preferences. You can simply go to 3 lines in the corner and click the preferences. Select the privacy and security. Scroll down and look for the certificate. Under the certificates, click on the view certificates. click on import and from the desktop select the certification file we have just downloaded. Now select this both the option, click on OK, and our certificate has been successfully imported. Check, search for OWASP, OK. So you can see OWASP root certificate and our certificate has been successfully imported to the browser. Click on OK. Now you need to change a small thing from the proxy. Go to General, scroll down to the network proxy, click on Settings, click on Manual Proxy, and we will find the option Use this proxy server for all protocols. As we have installed the SSL proxy certificate, so we need to select the option OK. If you not do this task, then we will get an error while opening the ZAP application that proxy is refusing the request, so you need to do this step. So finally we have select the manual proxy and we have tick marked this option OK. Now we will be intercepting the request from the browser. At first let's look at the interception option. You have look at the second line which contains all the tab view options. You will find round button which is in green. This button in green indicate interception is off and all the requests coming from the browser allow the pass. Simply open in website inside the browser. You can see the website has been successfully loaded. And if you look at the ZAP application, you can see the all the request coming from the website has been captured here and ZAP allow to pass. Okay. So basically there are three options. One is the round button, another is the it's like a music player option like pause play. Okay. If you need to intercept the request, uh, we get the post request, so you need to change, we need to modify the request. If you need to intercept this request, simply click on the green button and it will turn on to red, that indicates that interception is on and the request from the browser will be locked here. Okay. If like be a search here, you can see I have typed the hello and click on the go button. As you can see, the ZAP application has been pop up and request has been successfully locked here, so that we can or we can say the intercepted here. We can change the parameter. We can see the blue and green are the parameter. Going to the post request, in addition I would like to add that you can change these dials. Save from here. We get the another style which look like this, but I would prefer the default one. I will change hello 12345. OK, and simply click on the third option which look like a play button. That means it will allow all the rest of the coming request to pass. That means interception is off. If you look at the web application, a website, we can see our modification has been successfully implemented and request has been passed with the modification. We can see that hello 12345 here. This was for the interception. Now again if you want to intercept the request one by one, Then what can I do? We can say, let's again intercept the request. Okay, let me turn on the interception, so it's in green. I will click turn red, that means interception is on. Now I will simply search for, it's again intercepting the request. Let me turn on it again, type test, let me click on go, and you can see it has already accepted a request. So what if you want to ask the upcoming request which are coming after the our main request, you want to intercept all the requests one by one. Then you can click on the second option, this one. That I will you do, it will pass the request, all the requests which are coming from the browser one by one. Okay, so here is the request we have captured. If you click on this and again intercept the coming request, like you have seen, and it will show the what is response it has got. Again if you click on this button, it will intercept the coming request and next will show the response. It is blocking all the requests one by one. Now if you want to simply you have modified the request in simply pass on the request, then you can simply click on the third option, it is like a play button. What will do, I will turn off the interception and it allow the request pass. Hope this was it for this video. We have installed the certification and also we have look at the interception option. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will be looking at two very useful features of the ZAP application. One is the fuzzer. Fuzzer is similar to the intruder function we are getting in the Burpsuit application. Now we are using the intruder function for brute forcing attack. What brute forcing a directory? Brute forcing looking form, brute forcing local file inclusion edition. But this function also available inside ZAP application. Here in the ZAP application, this function is known as anti-CSRF home edition. Let's get started with the lecture. And we looking at the first tool. I have already set my browser proxy to the ZAP application. Okay, and we will be using the damn vulnerable web application for testing the fuzzer tool. And you will be testing for file inclusion, local file inclusion. Okay, so you can see here link, and we will be testing this parameter for file inclusion. And refresh this page, go that we can get link inside the app. Okay, show me, click this DVWA vulnerabilities and we got this link. You can see our link here. We got the page parameter and the value is include.php. So first this request, just right click and we will be find option fuzz. Click on the fuzz and you will see that the fuzzer pop-up box will be appear. Click on the remove and you will be selecting the page view on the brute force. Okay, so we will be brute forcing the value of the page. Okay, select this one and add. A new box will be pop up and it will ask for the payload. You can add payload using the test file. Okay, click on the add and type of the payload. Select file. Now you will get the option to select the file. Click on select and I will be selecting the file that is available on my desktop. that is LFI path to text. Okay, now you can also define what number of payload is you can do test. If you want to test all the payloads available inside the file, you can also do that, but if you want to test limited, then click on the limit, and I will be testing only first 100. Okay, and click on the add. You can see our first parameter for the fuzzing has been set up, and click on OK. You can see here the location of the fuzzer has been added. Start the fuzz. Click on the start fuzzer. You will see the fuzzer app will be added here, and it will first for the 100 payloads. Now also to take the payloads which are successfully got executed, we have the size of the response. We are checking LFI why response size are ready. Okay, so here you can see we have different number of bytes size. So this is the command that is 3635 bytes. Let me click on that, right click on that and click on open and resend. Press the enter. Then I will click on the send button. See here we are not getting any execution. Okay, so this payload is not getting executed. Let us look at the another request, that is 4508 bytes. Let me select this one, and I will again open resend with request editor and click on send. Okay, so you can see LFI location is successfully getting executed. You can see inside the response time. Okay, similarly you can find for another greater size request 5105. Again select this request and right click and resend request editor. Again click on send, and you can see his request is also getting executed. So in this way we can use the fuzzer tool for brute forcing directories and other testing vulnerabilities which are related brute forcing attacks. Okay, now let us move on to the another function, that is CSRF POC function. If true of past function. Now the CSRF POC function is only available for the post request, in not putting it in the ZAP application, because for the GET request we can simply send the link and we can execute, or we can say that we can exploit the vulnerabilities. Third, for the post you can use the function none as anti-CSRF test form. Okay, let me go back to DBWA and we will be testing for stored accesses. Okay, I will be giving hello and the message test for CSRF POC. Okay, and I will click on the sign guest book. So I just find the request. You can see that a request is here inside the history tab. So this is the post request. Inside the post request, right click on this request. You will find the generate anti-CSRF test form. Okay, once you click, it will automatically generate a folio. So this form you can save the form as an HTML form also file. Right click on this page and click on view page source. You will find the HTML form. Go to select the HTML, go and copy it, close this one, and you can also save this file by leafpad or notepad. Right click and paste it. You can change it here, the parameters. Okay, and you can save this form as an POC for CSRF, having it on desktop. Type csrf.html. Okay, just similar like we are right now. We are generating CSRF form inside the box. You find then we are used to copy the HTML code. So here is the code. You can simply double click on add and execute it. Here is the hey, and I will click on the submit, and let's look our CSRF form successfully get executed and the test for CSRF POC. So in this lecture we have looked at the intruder function of the WASP, which is known as fuzzer in the ZAP application, and we have looked at the CSRF POC function, I which we can generate the CSRF POC using the ZAP application, which is only available in the WASP Pro edition. Hello everyone, in this lecture we will be having demo by using ZAP application for finding vulnerabilities, and have a look how can a pen tester use this application for finding vulnerabilities in daily life. So for the testing purpose, I have already set up the proxy to ZAP application, and we will be using the test website for finding the XSS vulnerabilities. So let me refresh the link for we get the website domain. Inside the ZAP application, you can find we have already about this domain. Click for quick. I can say I want to test this application in offensive manner. I want different parameter available inside the URL test for the XSS vulnerabilities. Get the different type of parameters available in this application. What I will I will use the spider option available inside this app. To spider this domain, I will simply right click on this one, and inside the attack you will find the attack on the top, and inside the attack you will find this spider option. Click on this spider and a box will be pop up. Inside the advanced you will find different type of options. You can select like how much depth to crawl you want. I default it is that file. I am not changing anything is here, and simply starting the scanning. So have you click on start scan, and you can see tab has been added spider, and you can see different type of links which are available inside the web application marketing or straight over here. As the web application is protesting purpose are spidery has been finished in no time. Well, it depends on the how much various the website you are testing, how much domain are there placed on that spiking time will be depend. So find the different type of parameter option is available here. What I will do, click on the view, and I will click on show all tabs. You can see different type of tabs are added from the tabs, as you will find the option param. Now I like this option personally because it lists out all of the parameters. It has found domain, but if you have multiple domain you can select it from here. As we have only one option, will be selecting this domain, and you can see there are all the different type of parameter which are found by spidering in the web application. The different type of form in this form type are for the host request. You will find different type of types like URL header. URL are for the GET request, so you can find will be got different type of URL parameters are artist, cat, file, p, pic, and so on. So what I will do, I will do next one of this parameter. Let me test for this one, which is p. We click on this one and right click, select the search. What will do, you do select, it will show you the GET request which contains this parameter. By want to select this parameter for the access, so inject my payload inside the parameter. What I will do, I will simply right click and I will send this request editor, and I will simply replace the values of the parameter p, and let me type here Batman and click on send. Then as you can see inside the response our value, which is the Batman is reflecting inside the response. Now here the response is not a big one, so you can easily find out the your payload reflecting inside the response. That is considered that is the big response and you want to find your payload. You can find it easily by simply right click here and you will find the second option, that is find. You can simply find your payload is Batman and click on find, and we highlight the payload. What I will do, I know that my payload is getting executed, is getting on the response side. What I will do, I will simply inject the accesses script alert script, and I will click on send. You can see script are executed successfully. Now I want to see get request on my browser. I will simply right click and you will find the option open URL in browser. Here are the different type of browsers options available. My browser is Firefox. Now click on the Firefox. Let's see our payload is getting executed or not. As you can see, payload has been successfully executed and we have successfully found and accesses vulnerabilities. So in this way we can use the spider option to spider the web application. You can use the param for finding different type of parameters easily. You can select different type of domain here. You can have, there are three type of domains now where you can simply select the which domain you are focusing on. and you can find the parameters related to that specific domain. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will be looking at the newly added features to the ZAP proxy tool, that is HUD. Now, HUD stands for Heads Up Display, and I must say it is the amazing features added by the developer community to ZAP proxy tool, and it can totally change the way you use to test the application. Now, become moving further, I must say that you have to update your ZAP proxy tool to the version 2.8.0 because it is newly introduced to this version. If you don't know how to update your ZAP proxy tool to the newly updated version, then you can have a look at the one of the previous video, that is on updating OWASP ZAP proxy tool on Kali Linux. So moving on further, open your application. Look at the second line of the option where we have the intersection option. At the end you will find these new options which were not available inside the previous version, that is 2.7.0. Okay, these functions are only available from 2.8.0 onwards. You will find this radar option here. Okay, it says disable the ZAP HUD or the enable. You can disable or enable this function features from here. Okay, so right now it's an enable stage. You have to enable it. Okay, and after enabling it, you will find the Mozilla Firefox option here. Simply click on the Mozilla Firefox, and what it will do, it will open the Mozilla Firefox browser which is totally inside the control of the ZAP application. So you don't have to configure any proxy or for setting up the certificate or such things. I must say that you should have Java development environment installed on your application. Okay, so once the browser got open, you will find something like this page appear. Explore your application with ZAP. Okay, open up the new tab and let me open website. So this is the test website. As the HUD function is new, sometimes it may be possible that it doesn't can load. Where what you can do, you can simply refresh the page. If you get this pop-up, that means the HUD features is enabled and it's working fine. Okay, so you will get two options here. Take the HUD tutorial and continue to your target. Right now we are already tutorial mode, so now we will be clicking on continue to your target. You can also select the don't show this screen again. Okay, let me click on the continue to your target, and if you will be not use the, you have got the options which are the similar options which are available on the application on your browser. You can see here and at this edge also. Okay, what are these options? These options looks similar to the open options, right? This side we got the options for adding a domain out scope, excluding from this scope. For this intersection which is off break options, inside the ZAP proxy tool. Also we got the alerts. We will find the high alerts, medium alert, low alert and information page alerts. On this side, you will find the different sites we have visited on the browser. Okay, you can find the spider option, active scan options, different type of attack mode which are available on the application. Now, what this feature don't have, again and again switch to browser and application, and again application to browser. Activate these options, activate the interception options. You can simply do on your browser. Okay, let me show you on example. I will search hello. A new page will get loaded with the search hello. Okay, now it will take the time to load, not much time, depend on the speed of your internet. So you can find the alerts here. So it does not have any error of this page. Let me go back. Sorry, I mean error. I mean to say that the alerts, okay, on this page it has generated alerts which are low alerts, and one is the medium. If you will click on the alerts, you will find what kind of alerts has been produced. Based on the alerts, you can further go for finding that vulnerability. Okay, if you will click on the alert generated, you will find the which domain contains the alerts. Okay, similarly, if I will open the another website, that means open the google.com. Okay, so our Google search bar has been loaded and I am waiting for the options get available for me. Now this totally depend on the internet speed. You can understand what I am saying. Then you can see a different alert has been generated for this page. Okay, that is 6 alert has been generated for the low, and that's for the google.com domain. And if we look at the right side options, okay, you will find the sites, 3 sites. Under this site, you will find all the domains we have visited inside this browser. Okay, if you want to add this domain to the scope, you can click on the first option all over here from the website. So it will ask add current domain to scope and you can say added. Okay, so what it will do, it will simply scan the request from this domain. Okay, now if you want to intercept the request like we used to do in the every application, we have to consistently switch on a proxy tool in again switch to the browser. It can make this process very simple and hassle free. Simply you have to click on the off break and it will on the interception. Now when you will click on the submit button or suppose of the from the website here, we go to the search bar. Okay, so I will simply write the test and click on go. What it will do, switching to the browser, so it will makes it hassle free for us. You can also change the parameter. You will find the post parameter. Say search for test. Let me inject a XSS script here. Okay, if you want to forward the request step by step, okay, you can click on the step and it will only allow to one request go further Again a step it will allow the another one. Okay, and if you want to turn off the interception, you can simply click on the another options here. Let me show you. All the request has been or let me load this page. Okay, resend it, and you can see the interception is still on here. You can simply turn off the interception from here. For you can simply click on the continue and it will turn off the interception and will allow the all the request move other. Let me show you. Again turning off the interception and test. Now select test and you can find the continue option from here. You can simply click on the continue and it will allow rest of the request to get forwarded. So I think this the amazing features that is developed by the ZAP community, and I think it will make you work very easily.